Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the ISLES Center here in Charlottetown. George Matthews along with Corey Arsenault. The pregame overview of tonight's matchup between Charlottetown and Cape Breton. The Islanders coming in with an impressive record of 24-4. They sit first overall in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. As far as Cape Breton is concerned, they are 11-17-1. They're 15th overall in the queue. The Islanders as well. Tonight's matchup between these two teams will be the 11th of the season. The Islanders 8-2 in the first 10, but the Islanders coming off a doubleheader win, a couple of wins in the weekend on the road in Cape Breton and in Halifax. Both games, Corey, they used as a travel day to get to the game, but in both games they fell behind. Both times they come back to win. A good sign of for this hockey club to battle through a little bit of road adversity and come back and pull out some wins.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, to me, it's just a shine of the resiliency that this team has here right now. And, you know, it wasn't their best effort in both games. And to find a way to come back when you're down and trailing, especially a Sunday afternoon in Halifax, I mean, you're down 4-0. That's a big number to call back from. And this team just, there's never any panic. We've seen it on Saturday night in Cape Breton. You know, they didn't have their legs right off the hop in the first period. They really didn't find them to the end of the second and then got going in the third period here. But this team is deep. That's one thing that they have going for them here right now. And when you have your fourth line chipping in with a goal and assist, Ben Boyd, it was great in that game on Saturday night, set the tone, and then the back end as well. Obviously, Jim Holton wanted to strengthen up the back end and get some depth on the back end, and that kind of really forced their will here on the weekend. And for the Islanders right now, you know, that's a pleasant to have in your back pocket when you don't have to rely on your big guns every night, game in and game out, because even those guys are going to have off nights once in a while, although they all three had points in both games and extended their point scoring streaks here heading into tonight's game.
You talk about the Islanders having depth, and it starts in goal, and you build your team out from there. Colton Ellis has been the storyline, just not here on PEI, but again throughout the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League over since the start of last August. His success has been terrific, leading the league in wins, and he's top 3 in goals and save percentage, and he's first in the league in shutouts as well. But Jacob Gooby is coming along as well. Of course, just this past week, he was named the goaltending star of the week in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. We're not going to see him here tonight, but again, he had a 2-game winning streak that he's got in place right now. He's starting to come around.
Yeah, and talking to Jim Holton, I mean, the back half of the 17-year-old year is the year when you have to show whether or not you're going to push, and it's critical in Gooby's development. So it's a tough challenge when you have an MVP candidate in Colton Ellis to find starts for Jacob Gooby, but he's the future of this team. There's no denying that. And talking to Jim, you know, he's earned these starts. All of a sudden, he's stringing together very good starts here. He's been the Q goalie of the week with a 2-0 record and a sub 2.0 goals against average. So for Gooby, I mean, just 17 years old, that's the thing you have to remember. 17 years old, and for a goaltender, sometimes it takes a little bit longer to develop. You remember Matt Welsh's years at 16, at 17. It was when his 18-year-old year rolled around that really he took the bull by the horn. So they're kind of looking at that same path for Jacob Gooby, and you know, good for him. I mean, it's a confidence booster for him. It's a confidence booster for the team, and obviously it's a big year for Jacob Gooby in his development, and he's coming along nicely.
Moving from the crease out, you take a look at this blue line. It's at least 7 to 8 deep as we've seen here in quite a while on PEI, and there's a number of eligible defensemen off the blue line that could go in this upcoming NHL draft. William Trudeau, another one of those young defensemen that could go in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round of this upcoming NHL draft. But last week again, named as a star of the week off the blue line in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. He's rounding into having a nice season again here in Charlottetown.
Yeah, I played with some bite too. Got the gloves off with Matthew McDonald on Saturday night in the Spirit of Tilt. So showed that side of his game. But I mean, William Trudeau is just, you know, he's basically a 200-foot player. You look at his offensive numbers. He's putting points up now in his 18-year-old year, and on the back end, he's a common influence. He uses his feet, and he just doesn't panic. When he runs out of space, he doesn't panic. He just takes the puck, trusts his instincts, and he's either able to find a tape or uses his feet to evade heat. So, you know, William Trudeau is a guy that obviously we talked about that big P.O. Joseph trade, and he was kind of the 5th piece to toss him, but he's turned into an all-star caliber type defenseman that has a real bright future. And to me, he's just getting better each and every game, and he's raw. So he's just kind of scratching the potential right now, but he's fun to watch in that back end and certainly solidifies this top 4.
30 seconds, no allowing as well. Back into the lineup on Sunday a nice addition again for Charlottetown.
Yeah, a little bit banged up, and for Noah Lowen, he'd have to be banged up because he missed the game Saturday in Cape Breton. But Lowen's just the guy that continues to toe the rope on the back end. It's such a great complementary partner for Lucas Cormier to allow Cormier to do what he wants in the offensive end. When you're on the ice, you better have your head up because number 6 looking to lay you out each and every time. And Noah Lowen's a guy that really doesn't get enough credit, but he's such a solid defenseman. This team would be lost without him. And Noah Lowen, at 19 years old, you look back at that trade that Jim Holton made a couple years back. Derek Gentile was a guy that was going to put up points. Noah Lowen was a guy the Islanders have always liked, and it's certainly paying dividends here right now.
Now for Cape Breton, 3 Islanders on this roster as well, 27, 15, and 12. You look at Squires, Logan Murphy, as well as Campbell. They've all 3 have played well this season here in Charlottetown.
Yeah, you're right. We've been impressed with them each and every game coming in. I mean, the first thing is the youngsters in Jack Campbell and Jacob Squires, only 17 years old, so really early in their Q careers, but good compete, and that's all you can ask for. They're going to get stronger each and every year, and Jack Campbell was tenacious on the forecheck last time in, and Jacob Squires quietly takes care of his own end first. Logan Kelly Murphy is a guy that has been a bit of a slow developer. He didn't jump into the major junior ranks right away. Spent a little bit of time at Campbellton of the junior A ranks, and then all of a sudden he proves like he belongs here. He's playing with Jared Baker here tonight on the top pairing here for Cape Breton, and he's one of those guys that's developing here and getting better each and every game. It's a game of confidence with anybody, and Kelly Murphy certainly very solid in his own end, block shots, does what it takes to win hockey games, and that's all the coach can ask for.
Charlottetown, Cape Breton coming up. Fans in attendance here at the East Link Center here tonight. Glad to have you on board. Enjoy the game.
They're the in crowd, we're the other ones. It's a different kind of cloth that we're cut from. We let our colors show where the numbers ain't. We're the paint where there ain't supposed to be paint. That's who we are. That's how we roll. The told you to run from.
When it hits the fan and it all goes down and the gloves come off, you're gonna find out just who we are.
Tight bag, big time ball.
Walk that walk, wide open, rocking that sound. We roll back to the wall, a band of brothers together along the ISLES. We're the riders, we're the ones burning rubber on our tires. Yeah, we're the fighters, they all nighters. So fire 'em up and get a little
Scores! Gifted goal by Lucas Portier.
we are.
For his hard work and dedication as he was the recipient of the Inspiration Award. The Charlottetown Islanders ask you all to please join us in congratulating Kevin on this prestigious award. Thanks, Kev. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I'd ask you to please rise if you're able for the singing of our national anthem. The anthem tonight will be sung by Ava and Lily Rashid.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Carton brasse porte le père, il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire et épopée, tes plus brillantes exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome from the East Link Center here in Charlottetown. George Matthews, Corey Arsenault with you to bring you the play-by-play of tonight's matchup of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. The Islanders coming in with a record of 24-4. They're first in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Cape Breton 11-17-1. They're 15th. Starting goaltenders again in the game tonight. William Grimard. His record 5-8-1. His goals against average 4.59. His save percentage is 87%. Colton Ellis, again, in between the pipes for the Islanders. He has a record of 17-1. He's first in the league in wins, second with a goals against average of 2, third in save percentage at 91.8, first in shutouts with 5. He has been Mr. Goaltender in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League this upcoming season. Great to be back at the East Link Center, Corey.
Yeah, you're right, and with some atmosphere in here as well. I mean, fans just, everybody walking in, talking to people, but just happy to be back at the rink. A circuit breaker for 2 weeks. Things seem to be under control here on the island, seem to be under control. Even bigger story in the Maritimes here is the Islanders go up against the Eagles to kick off a midweek homestand.
So it'll be Cormier inside his own zone. Back for Lowen to Lucas Cormier at his own blue line in full flight now from the checkered red line. He will dump it in blocker's side of William Grimard. Now the puck laid off in front into the high slot area. Casey to the near point. Snapshot by Lowen, who did not play against Cape Breton last Saturday night. As again, dresses for the win. Huge comeback against Halifax on Sunday afternoon. As the Isles in the back check, Casey. He has possession. Cedric DeRusso, top goal scorer in the queue, tries to filter the puck in. Joining the play here come Cormier, steps in, fires a shot. And that one in a 2-goal game against Cape Breton on Saturday night. He goes bar up and just over the crossbar looking for that first goal of the hockey game. There's Budgel now. Stutter steps back in again. He'll park it down low, trying to repossess it as Baker. He reinserts back in. He was a huge loss for Cape Breton. But again, back onto the roster here tonight in Charlottetown.
6 games missed in the back end for Jarrett Baker. And certainly, with a young team, they need their number 1, number 2 defenseman on some nights. And Baker, a 20-year-old, is such a huge part of this back end.
As it'll be whistled down. And we've got the stoppage in play. Face-off coming back inside the Islanders zone. Islanders playing twice of the weekend. Cape Breton and Halifax traveled both days. Not easy. 6+ hours to Cape Breton, 4+ hours to Halifax. Pull out. They fall behind in both games, but they've got enough depth to come back and pull out wins on the road.
And you have to compete for a full 60 minutes in this league if you're gonna pick up victories. And for the Islanders, I mean, off the bus on Saturday, and didn't find their legs till midway through the second period. But I mean, we're right there. It was 1-1 heading into the third period, I do believe, in Cape Breton. And we talked about in the broadcast that the Eagles would have to be happy with that stat. The Islanders obviously pulled away late in that hockey game, and then it's not an easy trip to go from Halifax to Cape Breton either for an afternoon contest less than 24 hours later. To spot them a 4-0 lead and come back, pretty impressive.
And we'll talk about that with the next stoppage and play. Fired back in, glove side of Colton Ellis. Along the wall, there's going to be Obam. As high to that left point, but Toe fires a shot on that glove side. The save will be made by goaltender Colton Ellis. You fall behind 4-0 to Halifax. You come back and you win 6-4. You score 6 straight goals. Confidence-wise, what does that do for this hockey club moving into the second half of the season here?
I think that's really one of the first uphills that they've had to kind of climb here this season. They haven't spotted any team a 4-0 lead, and if you're up 4-0, you're hoping that you can ice it. I could see I watched the game on Eastlink, and you could see there was a bit of chirping going on, and Brett Budgel skated by the Halifax bench late after they took the 5-4 lead, and I think he said something to the bench. I'd say Halifax was, and rightfully so, they should have been excited. They're up 4-0 against a team that's had their number this year, but to not close the deal, I think it says more, probably has more of an effect on Halifax than it does here on Charlottetown.
As the puckets, it's rare that you have a team on the road with the conditions that the Islanders travel through on the weekend to be able to come back in that second half of the doubleheader, down by 4 halfway through the game and come back and win it. So kudos to them and Jim Holton to have his team stay focused and stay in it to win it, and that's what they did. Face-off coming to center ice. Just the opening 1:58 of the matchup here tonight. We're with you live at the East Link Center in Charlottetown. Crowd of approximately 1,000 here tonight. Taking in this one. Felix Tremblay now looks to reboot things off that left wing. He'll lift it in wide on that blocker side of Grimard. Bounce back off the end boards. Kieran Gallant, first man in, tried to flush it free, but Cape Breton will come back with it. Trying to feed it back through center ice. It'll be sent by McDonald all the way back down again. That'll be an icing call in the stoppage and play against the Eagles, who are in for back-to-back games. As the Islanders and Cape Breton and Halifax continue to play on through March against one another. This will be the 11th matchup of the season between these two teams. Islanders 8-2 in the first 10. But I know they're anxious to try to play against some teams from New Brunswick as well. We might see that possibly in April at some point if things stabilize here. There's a drive by Cormier, and that one is going to be away from the goaltender. And it'll be sent all the way back down to our deep right as it'll dribble to the goaltender, Colton Ellis. And he will decide to glove it and hold on.
Take a look at the scratches here tonight for the Islanders. You can scratch number 29, Sean Stewart. He's listed with an injury. Number 4, Ryan Maynard, healthy scratch. The Islanders, Brendan McCarthy draws in on the fourth line with Ben Boyd and Sam Oliver. Ben Boyd, a terrific game last Saturday night in Cape Breton. He loves playing in Center 200, doesn't he?
Well, he certainly had some success there. His first multi-point game of the season with a goal and an assist in that game there. High off the right point, Lowen snaps it to the goal. Kick save off the right pad. And bringing it back now, it will be Canning for Cape Breton. Board side in off that right side. Stick handles to the goal, tries to get the shot away. And we've got a power play going to the Cape Breton Eagles, I do believe, as the Isles will go to the penalty box. And we've got our first power play of the game. The Islanders will, looking at the league standings, as Cormier is gone. Fourth in the PK in the league at 84.7. Cape Breton still top 5 in the league. They were second going into the weekend. They've dropped since weekend action has taken place. They're fifth in the queue, 24.3, but that's still a very successful power play anytime you're over 20%. There's Baker, and he'll be a part of that power play. And it's success that it'll have. Short-handed, trying to drive in. Here's Beauregard, backhand shot, scores! Zach Beauregard will give the Islanders a 1-0 lead. This one right through the pillars of the goaltender, who's down as Grimard tried to stay with him, but he finds 5-hole. And the Isles lead 1-0.
Kieran Gallant does the work along the half wall as Gallant creates a turnover high in the blue line. And Kieran Gallant's one of the best penalty killers that we've seen here in the Maritime Division. Just keeps his feet moving, puck persistent, and Beauregard goes 5-hole on William Grimard. And so after we're talking about the power play, it's LaRose who coughs it up, and you don't see that happen too often. And Beauregard in all alone, and Zach Beauregard, nifty hands in front. He's a spark plug here for this Islanders team, and for Beauregard, that's his second of the season. He's so effective on the ice for the Islanders. He's really the engine that turns this team. And,
absolutely.
And Kieran Gallant would be his sidekick. There's no doubt about that.
He's got the same game face on every game. That's to compete hard, show up, and get noticed.
Yeah, he's getting noticed. I mean, this guy's playing next year in the league for sure.
There's Patrick Gay on the PK. Lowen trying to take a rip at it as Plendowski ends up loose on the stick of Lowen. He's going to scuff it all the way back down to our left. Here's the call
by
of the
number
league goal of the hockey
23,
game.
Zach Beauregard. His second of the season. Assistant number 12, Kieran Gallant. Time of the goal, 3:14.
So Gallant with the primary and only assist on that lead goal of the game. Islanders, when scoring first, are 19-0 on the season. When scored upon first, they are 5-4. 2 of those wins coming this past weekend. Trying to work in. Canning. Trenholm now tries to park it around high off that right point. The toe snaps it along the woodwork into the left wing corner. As we've got Trenholm on the half wing trying to dig it free. Trying to snap it around again. It's going to be Kidney back for Bateau. Edged off the high right wing, and again it's going to go around along the left side. Trying to poke it free is Elliott. Puck is just inside the Islanders' line. Second jab at it. Now back to 5-on-5 play. As we've got Trenholm. He negotiates the play, comes across the ice with it, sets the puck, or sends the puck in. As we have Lowen regrouping now for Charlottetown. Lowen dangles by one off the trapezoid, slithers off in front. Here we go with an outlet feed. Cedric DeRusso steps back in again. He's to the outside, lays it right off in front. Crease cross pass. That one loose off in front, and bringing it back will be Cape Breton. Down the left wing again is Kidney trying to drive the play. As the puck, Cooper doesn't get to it. Here eventually the other 20 is Casey. He'll send it in front of his own goal. 14-18 left in this opening period. The Islanders leading 1-0. Inside their own blue line, here's Trudeau. One of the two defensive stars of the game last week in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. He'll lose an edge. DeRusso back for Trudeau. Pinching in is Casey on that half wall for Trudeau. Takes a look and sends it in back for DeRusso right off in front. Scores! This one is going to trickle across, and it'll be Budgel as Cedric DeRusso is going to bring the puck out. Tries to go blocker to glove side, and it's going to be loosened up. Budgel drives in off the right wing, and it's 2-0 Charlottetown.
I think it was waved off right away by Langell, saying it was kicked in. Well, they're going to go upstairs and review it. The puck comes across, and tough angle to catch it right there. But Langell's right there behind the net and said it was kicked in. So obviously the video evidence is going to have to overturn it because he called it off right away. Here it is coming through, and I don't see much of a kicking motion, whether or not it went off the skate or not.
Now it can be angled. It can be angled in by your skate blade.
Look at Jim Chandler in the penalty box there. Is that not what's growing underneath that mask?
It's he looks like a part of ZZ Top, I think.
Long lost ZZ Top. I seen him walking in. It looked like Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
But nevertheless, again, you can't use a kicking motion. It can bank in off your skate, but if you direct it by a kicking motion, then obviously it's not going to count. So we'll wait and see. From our angle here, we don't have a camera angle to indicate to us that there was a kicking motion. There could have been by Budgel.
That's some crew in the penalty box. The hazmat mask on the penalty box attendant on the right. You think they're going into a asbestos-filled penalty box?
They are battle ready. There's no doubt about that. As they will talk with the officials and listen in to see what's going on. We do not have that replay in front of us right now, but Budgel, who has been that whole line, Budgel, Casey, Cedric DeRusso. Over the last 7 games, Budgel's got 17 points. Casey's got 21. DeRusso's got 20. So you get 17, 20, and 21 over the last 7 games.
And Casey and DeRusso on 13-game point streaks and Budgel on an 11-game point streak. So looking to extend those numbers here tonight.
Who's really come along, though, is Brett Budgel. It's been a story for the first almost half part of the season. It's always been Casey and Cedric DeRusso. But right now, Budgel, he's coming in and playing with that confidence and a quickness to his game that we probably didn't see at the start of the year. And it has certainly paid off. He's in and around the puck all the time. He plays that 200-foot game. He'll be a key piece for the Islanders come success playoff time. He will play the heavy minutes. No goal, they say. So no goal on Budgel's part. They see a kicking motion directed, and it will remain 1-0.
And DeRusso goes backdoor, and Budgel just driving through. I mean, I don't know if there was an intention to. I guess it may have went off. I mean, his front foot. Where is he supposed to put that foot?
Yeah,
he's skating forwards.
The rule is as if there is a kicking forward motion to it.
Gloves are off.
Oh, here we go. Now we've
Fraser
got
and Boyd.
This will be a big-time heavyweight battle here. 2 Hulkstein players. Fraser with an uppercut. Fraser with some cross rights as well. Boyd stays in the hunt for it. There's some rights by both again. As Fraser comes in with an uppercut and gets the glove off, and now up over the top. He's going to strong arm down Ben Boyd, but Boyd right in it with Cole Fraser. Fraser comes in at what, 6'5"? I was going to say 6'4", 6'5". Boyd, good tussle on his part. He stayed in there. And the veteran Cole Fraser takes Boyd down eventually. But Boyd, he's gonna stay in that every time that he gets a chance. So we will step out 1-0 in favor of the Islanders. Back in just a moment. You're watching.
Thanks to the
Fair Isle
CHL app.
Charlottetown Islanders.
Use the
hockey.
app today to get involved in the Charlottetown Islanders experience. Here's how to do it.
Open the CHL app on your mobile device by selecting CHL among your apps. Click on the 3 lines in the top left-hand corner of the screen and select Order Food and Beverage when the option comes up. From here, you can select any item that you want to place an order from, whether it's food, beverage, or Tim Hortons products. Once you pick your item, enter your seat number, including the section, row, and seat number, and confirm your order. You can either add the item to the cart and keep shopping, or you can place your order right away once you've settled on what you'd like. Follow the on-screen instructions and select whether you'd like a tip, pay with credit card, or pay with Apple Pay. When your order is complete, one of our staff will bring it to your seat as soon as the order is ready. If you want to learn more about your order, you can subscribe to receive text updates to ensure that you know where your order is at any time.
Open the
Back here at the
CHL app
Center
now
in
and click on
Charlottetown.
Order Food and
George
Beverage
Matthews,
to
Corey
have
Arsenault
your
with
order
1-0
delivered directly to your
Islanders.
seat.
Just seen a heavyweight battle, 6'3". Ben Boyd against 6'5" Cole Frazier. Number of cross rights, some of them right on the button. But the youngster Boyd hung in there. I think that's his 4th major of the season. So they each pick up 5. As teams more this season at every level seen more of one another. And you've got a buildup of past history that has the game seen more responses, I guess is what we'll say. So we will have Noah Lowen in a foot race. McDonald in the forecheck for Cape Breton. Peach tries to turn the play back. Peach with his first multi-point game as well as an Islander against Halifax. Elliott drags it in, fires it eye high, right at the goaltender, Grimard, who holds on. And he'll snuff the play out.
Yeah, I think that's the second time those two have danced here this year. And Ben Boyd, I mean, he's a throwback type player who doesn't mind it. And he ate a couple there. Cole Frazier's got that long reach, but he's hung in there and kept swinging. That's as heavy as a tilt we've seen in a few years.
Yes, I mean, that was a number of rights. The left really didn't come from downtown from either side.
They must be watching the NHL highlights.
Well, it is. I mean, it's becoming a lot more regular as, again, teams are short-fused, seeing one another so often. There's a drive off that center point that bounces off the end boards. It comes loose. As we've got William Trudeau. He'll look to try to play it back for LeBlanc. Stepping in, there's Gallant with a shot. That one goes wide. Isles will keep it in by Plandowski. Trying to feather it off in front is LeBlanc. Looking forward is Gallant. Back again from 45 feet. Stepping in. There's a shot by Plandowski again, who's got a couple of the season. That one knocked off the pad of the goaltender. And eventually, we've got Cape Breton, who will bring it back to center ice. Trenholm tries to work it onto the stick of Paré. That offside will be the call against the Cape Breton Eagles. Shots on goal, 7-2 in favor of Charlottetown. 12:31 left here in period 1.
Zach Beauregard with the shorthanded goal right now is the difference maker from Kieran Gallant as the Islanders out shooting, as you said, 7-2 here. And a good start and a good buzz in the arena here. And you're right. I mean, you talk about you playing the same team over and over again. There's rivalries that build up. And for Frazier, he's a big guy. He's a strapping guy. You see him go off. He's not fired up. He's just got a little smirk on his face and quietly says, "Let's go, boys." You know what I mean? Like, he's not one of those rah guys, but he knows his role. And he's an imposing figure on the ice.
Oh, definitely. Space eating forward for Cape Breton at 6'5". He's a space eater in this game at any level when you're 6'5". Onside, here's Casey. His pass goes awry, and there's Squires now. Will dish it back to the neutral zone. Trying to take control of the Islanders inside. Virtue tries to pin up his man. Isles end up with it. There's going to be Tremblay. He tries to dish it back through center ice for Budgel, and it'll roll right to Grimard, and he will hold on and deny the attempt.
Well, these two teams right back at it again here tomorrow night, and then the Islanders will go over to Cape Breton on Sunday for a contest. So you got back-to-back-to-back between these two teams. As you see, Kean Bell, wearing number 13, called up from the Dartmouth Subarus, getting to the ice here. He's having a terrific year in the Nova Scotia under-18 league. I believe he was leading the league in scoring last time I checked, but kind of a late bloomer. Really skilled, quick forward that he's got a pretty bright future here in Cape Breton.
In the old days, I don't think I ever saw it myself, but I've certainly read about it. Depending on what junior league you're talking about or senior hockey league, there was at times a best of 9 in playoffs. And we're sort of seeing that right now between Halifax and Cape Breton and Charlottetown. It's almost like a best of 9.
Only problem is the series would be over.
Yeah. And though, having said that, not all of them did. They would go 9. You can imagine the history of a highly heated playoff series between senior hockey teams. And of course, the best of 9 always came about as a money generator. That's why it would take place. 2 evenly matched teams, and they knew they could fill their buildings. Right now, the Islanders' 11th meeting of the season against Cape Breton. We certainly know the team colors, do we not?
That's what Patrick McNeil said. You know, it's pretty bad when you're waking up and thinking of the other team's third pairing defenseman.
Nevertheless, I know they're happy to be playing.
That's just it. I mean, got to have a little bit of fun with it.
And the dedication, and you've spoke about this a month ago, the dedication of this Islanders team, the focus. They know they've got a good team. These guys play the game, and that's about it. Yeah. They're at the Eastlink Center or they're home.
Major commitment.
It's a huge commitment. No other team in the league has to do this other than Charlottetown. Here's Baker. That pass to the open left wing.
Yeah, maybe no other team in Cape Breton and Halifax, I don't believe, have to do it, but I wonder what the stipulations are in Quebec, where it's kind of rampant. You'd think that they'd have some kind of protocol in place because everything's been positive since the start of the year when there was a few flare-ups. I mean, they've continued, and you haven't heard any positive tests whatsoever. So
that could be
hats
true.
off, which makes me think that maybe they're in some kind of a protocol. They'd have to be.
LaRose in back of the net. It's certainly not an easy challenge.
No, talking to Jim and the coaching staff too at the same time, like as it goes longer, it becomes more wearing.
Yes, 100%. A couple of weeks, but you
can't even go to Tim's for a coffee. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like
terrific commitment by these players.
Let alone other beverage distribution areas.
You got your social life is
shot. It's here.
It's all hockey and hanging out with your teammates. Here's Patrick Gay. Navigates through center ice now. He's going to hand it off, looking for Bailey Peach. Back for Gay. Quick snapshot there. Grimard goes down, but will deny the attempt. Here's Tremblay. He snaps a shot. That one reaching across on the backhand. Glove side save will be made there by the goaltender Grimard. We will step out again. Islanders, 9:33 left in the opening period. They continue to lead 1-0. Back in just a moment. You're watching and listening to Fair Isle Ford, Charlottetown Islanders hockey.
And you can do it right now, or you can do it from home if you can't make it to the Islanders game. No problem. Check in. You could be eligible to play interactive activities throughout the game, just like you were at the rink. One lucky fan who checks in will also win a gift certificate courtesy of Bernadette's Flowers. Download the CHL app and check in to win.
All the way home. Download the latest apps and share and share and share your photos. Get a mobile plan that puts data first, starting at only $40 a month. That's the Eastlink Edge.
Get our best mobile deal. Plus, save up to $15 a month on your home services when you bundle. Save money every single month and get the deal that never ends. That's the Eastlink Edge.
Welcome back to the Eastlink Center in Charlottetown. George Matthews, Corey Arsenault with you. In 9:33 left in a 1-0 Islanders lead here in period one. LeBlanc looks to set it up for Cormier, and he got a good grip on that one, but it's going to be off a legging, and it's blockaded. Trenholm tries it jarred along the right wing boards, high off the left point. Charlottetown will maintain possession. Gallant slices it in back of the net. Squires tries to, with a no-look feed, to get it out. It pinballs off. A pass by LeBlanc ends up loose, and he tries to stride it right back in again. Second attempt, tight angle shot, and doesn't miss by much. As out off that blocker's side is going to be the goaltender, William Grimard, but it looked like LeBlanc went short side on that blocker side, and again, doesn't miss by all that much. Right back in again. Beauregard with the game's lone goal. Fires a shot. Rebound off that right pad as he spread the pads of the goaltender, Grimard apart. Pare. On a nip and tuck, fires it down low into the corner. Isles again regroup. No allowing with a quick out. Trying to get to it is Beauregard. Off the right wing is Kieran Gallant. Line change for Charlottetown as the puck is going to be flipped in by the Islanders.
Couple solid saves there for Grimard to keep it at 1-0.
Nice pad save just moments ago.
Body going one, puck going the other. Not easy.
Tough. As tough a save as you can make as a goaltender. Here is going to be Cedric DeRusso. Maneuvers back in again. Little dandy dangle by one. Takes the puck into the corner. Loses possession. Now helping out is going to be Budgel. It's ripped away from him. Here's going to be Aubin down that right wing. Haggerty Aubin into that right wing corner. He'll look to try to park the puck. It's going to be loose off the left wing boards. Again, there's going to be Kidney. He'll play it deep inside the Islanders zone. Regrouping there is Trudeau for Casey. Long bomb up off that right side. On the backside of the play, Budgel. He's going to try to freelance with it. Loses possession. Right back we go the other way. Trying to lay the puck in. The Eagles will get the job done. That one off the stick of Santerre. He's been in and out of the lineup this year. Now here's Budgel. Ice opens up 1-on-1 with a goaltender down on that stick side. Man, oh man, that one opened up real quick for Budgel. He drew the goaltender from glove to blocker's side, but again, Grimard makes a timely save here. Santerre again for Cape Breton. Sends it in back of goaltender Ellis. Shots on goal 12-2 right now in favor of Charlottetown. They lead 1-0. Braden Virtue, curbside off the right wing to center ice. Tries to lay it in. Santerre back 2-on-2. Left to right, snapshot off a stick and off the end zone netting with 6:45 left here in period number 1. One thing here with the Eastlink Center, what Craig Foster and his staff has done, there's approximately 1,000 here tonight. There's Budgel. Whoa.
Budgel says, no, Thomas, I'm not giving it to you tonight.
He's played tough on Budgel there, but they brought in these noisemakers, which gives you a bit of an atmosphere here.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, just a little tick goes a long way.
Yeah, it makes a difference, yep. Here's Charlottetown down the left wing. Drew Elliott, he's got a great shot, backsided pass, and a turnaround play. And trying to help maintain possession is Bailey Peach, but Cape Breton will work it free and roll the puck inside the Islander zone. Elliott in the back check. There's McDonald now. He'll be worked off the puck. There's Patrick Gay speeding down that right wing and in. He'll hold on, tries to find somebody in the back draft. There's Cormier, takes a look, zigs, zags, down low into the left wing corner. Back for Elliott again. Shallow left wing circle, back for Gay. Little pitch and catch there. Gay, wide right side, stepping in, is going to be Lowen, doesn't shoot. Cormier with a shot, and again turned aside off that short stick side by a sharp-looking William Grimard here right now. He looks off the right shoulder.
Big response for Grimard. He got lit for 11 in his last start in Halifax, so a good bounce back here in this first period.
I see the other night, Mandolise was the backup in Ottawa. Former Eagle goaltender. That was almost like there's a shot. So many former Eagles. Batherson's there. Another turnaround shot, Cormier. Bishop was there. All former Cape Breton Eagles. Just missing Pierre-Luc Dubois. He would have looked pretty good in Ottawa. In back of the Cape Breton net.
Winnipeg likes him.
Yeah, they do. A lot of teams would, I would think.
Meanwhile, Lonnie's not seen any ice in the third period.
Tortorella.
Torches show.
Yeah, it certainly is. There's no doubt about that.
I don't know how long that can last.
You're going to play his way.
Think Lonnie wants to resign there?
We'll see how this works along here. 4:58 left, so we will we'll again exit the Eastlink Center with the Islanders leading 1-0. 4:58 left in the period. You're watching, listening to Fairhouse Ford, Charlottetown Islanders hockey.
19 years of age or older. And fans, when you show up to the rink, make sure to check in to win using the CHL app as well. If you guess correctly who's going to score the Islanders' first goal of the game, for example, tonight, number 23, Zach Beauregard, you could score yourself a free small Frosty from Wendy's. Simply show your ticket and enjoy this delicious treat from Wendy's, home of the Baconator.
Eastlink Community TV is proud to partner with the Black Cultural Center for Nova Scotia to present Black Films That Teach. Join us as we share films to help amplify Black voices, stories, and experiences.
Here at the Eastlink Center, 1-0 Islanders leading. 4:58 left. The Islanders are a plus 104. Shots for and against in the opening period. They're starting out with a strong effort like that again here tonight. 14-2. Shots on goal in period number 1 in favor of Charlottetown. Cedric DeRusso. He's going to grab and take control before it's ripped away. Here's Pare for the Eagles. He'll roll it inside to the right of Colton Ellis. Plandowski in back of the Islanders' goal. For Trudeau, tap pass for Cedric DeRusso. Rink wide, across the ice for Plandowski, who scoops it in. As we've got Cape Breton through center ice. Dawson Stairs. He has been a terrific addition for Cape Breton. Averaging more than a point a game. As an Eagle, stealing. Picks the pocket, steps in, and ho, hey, what a play by Colton Ellis. That one to the catch and glove and a snapshot by Stairs. He thought he had net, but that one looked pretty calm and casual for the very gifted Colton Ellis.
Uncharacteristic turnover there for William Trudeau on the half wall. He's usually puck out or feet are moving right there. Stairs picks his pocket. He's got a heavy shot. Colton Ellis, that's only his third shot he's faced. Not an easy first period work-wise for Colton Ellis. The big one right there made it look easy.
Along the wall, down low. And here again, stepping in there. Kidney fires a shot, and jarring. Ellis was going to be Aubin with the help of Braden Virtue. I'm not quite so sure who's going to go where. Looks like Virtue will go to the penalty box, so Cape Breton will enjoy their second power play of the period, trying to tie this game up. But, you know, we talked about just moments ago, Corey, as far as the 11th meeting of the season between these two teams. But for the players, for the fans, there's not a lot of options here right now. So despite the fact you're seeing some of the same teams, it's at least a night out, and it's a night of entertainment.
100%.
Here's LaRose. Power play again for Cape Breton, near 25%. They're fifth in the league. The penalty kill, Islanders fourth. On the PK, Charlottetown's PK, 84.7. Beauregard with the game's lone goal, a shorthanded goal, is out there for the Islanders. Here's Baker stepping in, fires a shot. That one is not going to get by Ellis. Along the right wing boards, Haggerty Aubin again, and the puck is off of his stick and cleared all the way back down for goaltender William Grimard. Nathan LaRose and Baker, both of them, two of the top offensive defensemen in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, now trying to steal in a foot race. Here's Gay. He's tripped up at the blue line by Baker. Play will continue on as Islanders expecting possibly a call there. Tremblay, his side of center ice, across the ice. Back again. There's going to be Patrick Gay, Patrick LeBlanc. Either one can maintain control. Here comes a retooling Kidney through center ice. Motions the play in. Navigates down low into the corner. It's into the left wing circle. As again, it'll be Trenholm back to the blue line. Cross point feed eventually for Boutin. He strides in, lets it go. That one through a bit of a crowd. Doesn't get to the goaltender, Ellis. It's not pinned up by Charlottetown. Mid-blue line again. Here's Kelly Murphy. He fires a shot. That one is going to flicker up over the crossbar of the goaltender, Ellis. With 6 seconds left, the Eagles could find themselves 0 for 2 here in this opening period, which they will.
Penalty kill's been the difference.
Yes.
Shorthanded goal and 2 for 2 on the PK.
As Cape Breton winds the play back up again. Through center ice is Canny. Doesn't make any headroom with it. There's going to be Kidney back the other way. His snapshot wide on that stick side of Ellis. Echoes all the way back to the right point. Baker tries to keep it in. He and Budgell will battle one another. It's still loose at the center ice area. And another penalty about to be called. This one going to Cape Breton. Cedric DeRusso steps and scores! DeRusso again through the leggings of the goaltender. That's twice Grimard has been beaten. Both goals have found the 5-hole on the Cape Breton goaltender. And Cedric DeRusso with his 34th of the season. League leading 34th. He's first in the queue as the Isles lead 2-0.
Cedric DeRusso shows the mitts in front. Driving into the corner and just waits for Grimard to open up. He pulls it, slides it 5-hole. And the Islanders take a 2-0 lead here late in this first period.
Islanders being a big part of this opening period. And Cedric DeRusso, golden with the gloves there, 34th of the season, leading the queue with a number of games left. You never know how high he could go this season. Not to jinx him, but he's at 34 right now.
Well, the Islanders have never had a 40-goal scorer. Daniel Sprong had 39.
So there you go. Oliver will not come away from the pack as it will be fired back in again by Cooper. Cormier around the boards.
Second goal.
Call
his
the second
34th of the season. Scored by number 21, Cedric DeRusso. Assist to number 10, Brett Budgell. And number 51, Lucas Cormier. Time of the goal, 18:44.
So it's 2-0 in favor of the Charlottetown Islanders. 25 seconds left here in period number 1. Islanders out shooting the Cape 16-4. Flip back in again by Oscar Plendowski. Ends up being sent into the neutral zone. Peach hands it off for Trudeau. Back for Elliott. He's off the left wing and in. Tumbles to the ice. Fires it off the end boards. There's going to be Patrick Gay trying to drift it off in front. But we've got the play being blown down. Gathering bit of a town hall meeting in the corner to the right blocker side of William Grimard. But we've got the Islanders up over the Cape Breton Eagles 2-0 after the opening period. Out shooting Cape Breton 16-4. And they have killed off 2 power play attempts by the Cape Breton Eagles, and they lead 2-0. A thought on your part, Corey?
Oh, good start. Good on the penalty kill. I mean, lots of pucks on that. Not for William Grimard. I mean, the score here is a bit of a different story here. Zach Beauregard, you know, when you're getting offense from the third and fourth lines, it goes a long way to being successful. And for the Islanders right now, it is a 2-0 lead.
And for Zach Beauregard, his second goal of the season, but a guy that we've talked about it, his heart as big as anybody's here on this team, or in fact in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. He's a huge plus player for the Islanders to have on his roster, or on this roster each and every night. He's a guy that can be a difference maker through his passion and his drive. Okay, that'll be it for the opening period. We'll be back with the second period here in about 18 minutes. You're watching, listening to Fair Isle Ford, Charlottetown Islanders Hockey.
Keep you and your family safe with the 2021 Sportage's many advanced safety features, including available forward collision avoidance assist, blind spot detection, and much more. Plus, keep the family entertained on long travels with connected Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, where you can phone a friend, navigate, or skip to the next track hands-free. This month only at Discover Kia. Discover Kia will pay up to your first 6 monthly finance payments on a new 2021 Sportage, up to a $4,300 value. Visit Discover Kia at their new location on 78 Allen Street or online at discoverkia.com. That's right, this month only, Discover Kia will pay up to your first 6 monthly finance payments on a new 2021 Sportage, up to a $4,300 value. discoverkia.com.
Introducing the new EastLink TV experience. Now with TiVo, get voice command,
Watch Jesse.
personalized recos, and all the content you love in one place. Spend less time searching and more time watching. That's the EastLink Edge. Say hello to EastLink's new TV experience. With TiVo, it's easy to find what to watch. Just say movies from last year, show me on demand, or launch YouTube. Spend less time searching and more time watching. That's the EastLink Edge.
All right, welcome back to our first intermission. A chilly EastLink Center here tonight as the Islanders lead the Cape Breton Eagles by a score of 2-0 after 20 minutes of play. As we take a look at the first period scoring summary, the Islanders get on the board. A terrific penalty kill, great pressure by Kieran Gallant, gets the puck ahead for Zach Beauregard, and he makes no mistake for his second of the season to give the Islanders a 1-0 lead.
There's Baker, and he'll be a part of that power play. And it's success that it'll have. Short-handed, trying to drive in. Here's Beauregard, backhand shot, scores! Zach Beauregard will give the Islanders a 1-0 lead. This one right through the pillars of the goaltender who's down.
Zach Beauregard with a nifty move to the backhand to give the Islanders a 1-0 lead. Kieran Gallant draws the assist. That goal comes at the 3:14 mark of the first period. The Islanders lead 1-0. They'd stretch that lead to 2 late in the first with a delayed penalty coming, and Cedric Desrousseaux. The Islanders have never had a 40-goal scorer. Daniel Sprong had 39 one year. Cedric Desrousseaux finds his 34th on a nice individual effort to give the Islanders a 2-0 lead.
Tries to keep it in. He and Budgell will battle one another. It's still loose at the center ice area. And another penalty about to be called. This one going to Cape Breton. Cedric Desrousseaux steps and scores! Desrousseaux again through the leggings of the goaltender. That's twice Grimard has been beaten both goals.
Cedric Desrousseaux doesn't mind taking the puck to the dirty area, drives the net, and finds an opening on William Grimard. Brett Budgell and Lucas Cormier draws the assists as the Islanders take a 2-0 lead. I thought William Grimard strong in the first period as the Islanders outshoot them 16-4. Came up with numerous big saves, including this big one, to keep the Islanders lead at 1.
Santerre, as he's been in and out of the lineup this year. Now here's Budgell. Ice opens up 1-on-1 with a goaltender down on that stick side. Man, oh man, that one opened up real quick for Budgell. He drew.
And maybe the highlight of the first period was the heavyweight tilt. It looked like we were dialing back about 14 years as Ben Boyd, 6'3", drops the gloves with Cole Fraser, 6'5". A lot of cross rights landed in that one. That reminds of the good old days, of the Rocket days with Jimmy Bono, as those two big boys square off early in the first period to set the tone. The Islanders will take a 2-0 lead into the first intermission. We'll be back with period number 2. You're listening to Islanders Hockey live on IslesRadio.com.
This island, it's a place of new discoveries that's been waiting here for you. In every breath of wind and grain of sand, one island voice speaks through. This is a land of adventures, big and small, and quiet moments to wonder at the beauty of it all. This place, this island, it's for you and for me. This place, this island, it's where your spirit can be free. Come find your island, Prince Edward Island.
Fans, you can take it to CHL app and fire up to play along with Isles IQ Trivia, brought to you by the Charlottetown Mall, coming up before the end of the intermission.
Always happened to me. Why can't we just play for keys? Practically on my knees, yeah. But I know I shouldn't think about it. You know what you're doing to me. You're singing my songs in the streets, yeah. Acting all innocent, please. When I know you are thinking about it.
Time for Isles IQ Trivia, brought to you by the Charlottetown Mall. Somebody's going to be winning a Charlottetown Islanders mini stick. Play along using the CHL app. Click on Live Interactive and answer these questions. Let's start it up with question number 1. How many times has an NHL season been interrupted by a labor dispute? Is it 4 times, 2 times, or just 1 time? Correct answer is 4. Which goaltender was the first to regularly wear a goalie mask in the NHL? Was it Terry Sawchuk, Johnny Bauer, or Jacques Plante? Jacques Plante, the answer. And last question, who are the only 2 Canadian teams to play in an outdoor winter classic? Would it be Toronto and Montreal, Calgary and Edmonton, or Toronto and Vancouver? If you guessed the Leafs and Habs, you would be correct. We'll see who our winner is. You'll be contacted by email if you're picking up the Charlottetown Islanders mini stick with Isles IQ Trivia, brought to you by the Charlottetown Mall.
This period proudly presented by Superior Sanitation.
Welcome back to the East Link Center in Charlottetown. George Matthews, Corey Arsenault with you to bring you the second period of this Eagles-Islanders matchup, with the Isles scoring late in the middle, late in the opening stages. I'll get that right. Scoring late in the opening period to make it a 2-0 Islanders lead. That goal coming late. Again, as I said, 1846 off the stick of the league's leading goal scorer, Cedric DeRusso. And the Isles lead 2-0 going into this middle frame, outshooting Cape Breton 16-4 in that opening period. Your thoughts overall, Corey, off the Islanders' effort in period number one?
I mean, you look at the shot clock. The effort was there. They were good on the penalty kill, and that's not taking away the shorthanded goal. But when you take a couple of penalties, it's maybe tough to get in sync. There's really no power play looks, but Jim Holton at this point in the season, I mean, everybody's getting the equal amount of ice, right? So it's just through the lines, up and down, way we go. The highlight to me was the heavy wheel tilt. We haven't seen that. I said in the intermission, I haven't seen that basically since year 1 or 2 when Jimmy Bono was in town.
There's Lau with a shot, trip shot. That one coming across the body to get it on the try to get it on the backhand with the catching glove was Grimard. He misses it and pings off the blocker's side post. Back in the other way, getting away from Colton Ellis as well was the loose puck off that shot by Cape Breton. Dish to that mid-blue line. Getting the shot through Kelly Murphy wide on the glove side of goaltender Colton Ellis. It's going to be pried loose and then roll back the other way. But this past weekend for the Islanders, we referenced it several times in the broadcast already. I think it was a really building block weekend for the Charlottetown roster as far as icing the call, as far as team building, confidence, knowing you can get the job done. When you travel like they did, I mean, they spent 10 hours in the road in combination between the two games that they played on day off and come back in both games and be behind 4-0 in one. I think it shows great character.
And a heavy check there by Dawson Stairs. The penalty box door flung open, and the Devil was quick to shut that one, and Stairs lucky to be all right. But you're right. I mean, especially battling back, trailing in both those games, having the ability and just no panic. Just stay with it. But that's the calming influence that Jim Holton has on the bench.
Yes, that management group for the Islanders, Kevin Henderson, Guy Girard, as we've got some discussion taking place on the icing call by Cape Breton. So again, call back. The face-off will come deep inside the Cape Breton zone, but this team continues to keep on ticking. It's unfortunate for everybody and everything during COVID-19, 20 into the 21 year. They don't get a chance to see just how good this team in Charlottetown is this year, but they've got themselves a solid team. Talking about solid, back is going to be Frazier and Ben Boyd, who gave us a tussle in that opening period. Oscar Plendowski tries to play it into a crowd. That one broken up by Jamie Baker, and it's off the low with center ice, Patrick Gay. Doesn't control. Here's going to be Kidney the other way, as we've got the Islanders inside their own blue line. Jack Campbell trying to work it along the yellow kick plate. Gets away from him. Trudeau hands it off. Bailey Peach, port side in and off that left wing. Working on the Cape Breton defenseman LaRose. Quickly the other way. Haggerty Aubin through center ice. For Kidney, trying to take control, is going to be Aubin. Joining the play is Campbell, as it's going to be loose in back of the Islanders net. Felix Tremblay off that right wing. Patrick LeBlanc snaps it in. Back checking McDonald for Cape Breton. Wards off a check. He's upended. No call there. As LaRose, he parks it in back. Bateau for Cape Breton. A little bit of an outlet feed for McDonald. Charging up off that right side. It'll be Cooper. Into the corner, little look-see feed right off in front. McDonald, toe save made off the left pad as he laid it right off in front. Eagles looking for their first goal, trailing 2-0. Bateau back the other way, inside his own blue line. He's pushed off the the puck back to the blue line. There's Cormier. He's going to assist in the game. His shot gets through, but Beauregard couldn't redirect it towards the Cape Breton net. Zach Beauregard with the game's opening goal. He's going to relay it the other way. Kieran Gallant, board side, down into that left wing corner. Tapped out there by Elliott. Trying to do a little spinorama is going to be Beauregard to that near point for Cormier. He does a little shoulder shuffle. Fires it wide of the net. Again rolled off in front by Gallant. Loose in back of the trapezoid again. Isles a buzz, but they can't get the puck off in front. Elliott tries to get to it. Punched off the left wing boards by Cape Breton. Back down. Another icing call here as we've got the faceoff coming inside the Cape Breton zone.
Good pressure there by the third line of the Islanders. Drew Elliott with Kieran Gallant and Zach Beauregard going to work and working it down in behind the Eagles goal line, and just the Eagles dead tired. Bouteau spanks it off the glass and down the length of the ice. The Islanders will get the change. Some tired Eagles on the ice.
Oliver out to take the face-off. Boyd as well. And McCarthy. This one along the glass. Doesn't exit the zone. McCarthy in the forecheck. He's going to lay it back down for Boyd. He navigates the play along the end wall. Works in LaRose. Boyd now. He's snuffed off the puck as we've got it sent through center ice, trying to reach for it is Cooper as the Islanders regain control. Up Broadway, here comes Cormier. 4-on-3 the other way. He drives the play into the right wing corner. Tries to toss it in back for Big Ben Boyd. Tight angle shot there by McCarthy. That one is not going to get by the goaltender, Grimard. As again, it'll be sent back into the neutral zone. Lowen off the center ice logo. He tries to hand it off. Cape Breton quickly back in. 3-on-1, no. As Canning and the Eagles will be offside.
Now, coach staff of the Eagles not happy with that offside call. But never see one coming back as the Eagles looked like they were set in on a 3-on-1. And probably the best looking scoring chance that was coming their way was called in the offside here 4 minutes into this second period. Good energy for both teams.
Shots on goal, 2 apiece here in the middle frame. Budgels line out with Casey and DeRusso. Trudeau and Plendowski. Here's Trudeau. He tries to bank it off the inboards and behind the goal. Trying to take control there. Stairs, another acute angle shot that is off the leggings of the goaltender, Colton Ellis. Who has... here's Casey right back in again. Tries to play it in back. Battling hard, Casey. And Cedric DeRusso. There's Budgel for Trudeau. Back to the right point, Plendowski. He knifes it wide. Trudeau with a relay off in front. That one wide of the cage as well. 3 for a quarter. There is going to be Plendowski trying to take possession. Cannot get it to the net. Trenholm has a bounce away from him, but Cape Breton will grab it, and back they come. Here's Stairs in off that left wing. Tries to find somebody in the back door. Lays it right off in front. Save made again by Colton Ellis. Wide as Dawson Stairs back down. LaRose, he's tumbled down on the play. Trudeau will try to get it punched out. And we've got Casey back the other way. Here's Casey coming late. Budgel along with Cedric DeRusso, who was just smacked down moments ago. But Cape Breton will come back with it. Here's Liam Kidney. He steps back in again. There's a shot 20 feet wide. LaRose, he pounds it eye high, and the glove save will be made by Colton Ellis. 14:28 left in the second period. Islanders 2-0 they lead. When I take a look at Colton Ellis, that's a tough check right there. Stairs fills in Cedric DeRusso. When I take a look at Colton Ellis, the thing that you got to really respect is that he's playing on a top-flight team, doesn't see a lot of shots some nights, and when he does, he's razor sharp.
And he had a bit of an off game in his last start. I mean, you don't see Colton Ellis give up a 4 spot
not very
too often,
yeah.
And he'd like maybe 1 or 2 of those back, but got the job done.
His in-game focus is terrific.
Oh, he's a pro.
Yep, he is all of that. The thing that, again, he's got all the skills, but he doesn't seem to let his mind wander with inactivity. He stays sharp. And the pros will love that. So much the mental part of the position when you get to the pro level. One of the biggest difference makers between the goaltenders that make it to the NHL and ones that don't is that mental strength. Frazier. His pass is broken up. Brendan Virtue gets hit from behind. As both teams showing a pretty good quick step to this second period. It's been punch, counter punch. Right back in again is Lowen. Shots on goal in this second period, 6-4. With the Islanders continue to lead. Again, the shots on goal, 6-4, Cape Breton.
And it's also
Isles lead 2-0. We'll be right back. You're watching and listening to Farrell 4, Charlottetown Islanders
Please help
hockey
us in
at
recognizing those in
ISLES.com.
our community who display selflessness, hard work, and respect. Just some of the pillars of what it takes to be a Charlottetown Islander. Tonight's community hero is Gary Holmes. Gary is a fuel truck operator for Feasible Fuels and has delivered fuel all across PEI for the past 6 years. Between rainy days, snowy nights, and long weekends, Gary has worked tirelessly to make sure that homes all over this province remain heated and fueled up. A hardcore hockey fan, Gary loves nothing more than watching the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Charlottetown Islanders. We're proud to recognize Gary for the hard work he does in his community with 2 tickets to tonight's Charlottetown Islanders game. If you know somebody deserving to be the PEI Credit Union Community Hero just like Gary, nominate them at CharlottownIslanders.com. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for tonight's community hero, Gary Holmes.
Back here at the Eastlink Center in Charlottetown, George Matthews, Corey Arsenault with you. Shots on goal, 18-9. I guess they've deleted a shot here. So it's 5-4, still in favor of Cape Breton in this middle frame. But both teams, it's been punch, counter punch as far as attacking each other's defensive zone is concerned. Beauregard out with Elliott and Gallant, Cormier, and Lowen. Puck drop to the left of Grimard, who's been sharp here and has been beaten twice right between the pillows both times. Here's Lowen. Snapshot off that mid-blue line. That one's knocked down. Looping up high. Cormier fires a shot. That one is going to be denied as well by Grimard. Here's Lowen. Right off in front looking for a redirection. Beauregard got a piece of the lumber on it. There's Beauregard again reaching for it. Off the end boards. It's loose in back. Bit of a buzzsaw there. Gallant looking for Cormier. Quick pass. Lowen doesn't, he looked to low, doesn't release. And off the half wall, the puck is going to be controlled eventually in back of the net by Cape Breton. Cormier nudges it back for Gallant. Steps in, fires a shot. That one is not going to get by Grimard. Right off in front. The post pass. Save made. Rebound right off in front. It's still loose. And let's see what we've got. But Grimard looked like he put the brick wall up on that opportunity as he's in scramble mode to try to deny.
And what a pass by Kieran Gallant. Gallant here's Cormier slamming stick on the ice, looking for the puck. And he throws a bullet cross ice. Cormier tries to go 5-hole again, and Grimard, another big save. And then Frazier, fellow New Brunswick native, fills in Cormier in front. As one of the Eagles players down on the ice. He took block a shot on the way through. I'm not sure if it was Buteau, the big 16-year-old defenseman, or not, but he tried to get back up and couldn't. He looked like he took it in and around the knee area.
Still on the ice, Isles with the power play. They're first of the game, leading 2-0. And the Isles power play first in the league, 29.1 against the 11th rated penalty kill off the Cape Breton Eagles at 77.3. Islanders, 32 power play goals in 110 attempts.
There it is right there. Kieran Gallant's shot right off the inside of the knee, right where there's no protection.
Stinger for sure.
Stinger. That's right. And Buteau, you know what? His game's come a long way. 16-year-old draft pick. Just a young kid, and he's played some big minutes here for Cape Breton. And we've seen him, and big lumbering defenseman. I'll tell you what, he's going to be a power to contend with on this back end here in the future years in Cape Breton.
Yeah, he's in pain here right now, but we're hoping that it's not a serious injury for him. But this is as good as I've seen him here at the Eastling Center in Charlottetown. He looks agile, looks confident.
Well, it's such an adjustment, right? Coming
Yep.
into the league. He needed the first half of the season to become adjusted, and now all of a sudden, he looked like a 16-year-old rookie on some nights early on. Recently, he's looked like a more veteran player.
Yep.
And that's a good compliment.
There's Cormier now. Back for Cedric DeRusso. Across the ice is Noah Lowen. Back for Cormier. He steps in, stutter steps, doesn't shoot, fakes, holds on. Shallow left circle. Top of the left circle for Cedric DeRusso. Right high into the slot. Lowen. One-time shot. Scores! My, oh, my. This one lights the lamp. Cedric DeRusso gets the goaltender Gravard going from blocker to glove side. And against the grain, he is going to twirl the twine. Isles of the power play lead 3-0.
Now, Cedric DeRusso has got more goals combined here this season than his last two. And, I mean, that's just a pro shot right there. Off the post and in. Gravard comes over. I mean, not many goaltenders in this league are going to stop that puck. Lowen for DeRusso, but the rotation on the penalty kill for the Eagles, they just can't stay with the Islanders' power play. They're buzzing around. Cormier's taking one way, dropping it back off for DeRusso, over to Lowen, back for DeRusso, and you just can't keep that box. The lane opens up, and Cedric, nobody knows where to put it in the league like Cedric DeRusso, and he just continues to fill the net. Fill it.
That's a goal scorer's goal, and we say that for those listening on ISLESradio.com. He got the goaltender moving from blocker to glove side, and then fires it just inside the stick side post.
Number 21, Cedric DeRusso. His second of the night, 35th of the season. Assist to number 6, Noah Lowen. And number 51, Lucas Cormier.
And Lucas Cormier, top scoring blue liner of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, will pick up his second assist of the evening as well. 37th point, 15th multi-point game as well for Lucas Cormier.
Yeah, Cormier had a great game in Cape Breton on last Saturday night, too. Really willed the team to the victory there and ripped one high on the glove side late in that game to kind of seal the deal, a 2-goal contest. And when he's buzzing around like he did right there on the power, you can't contain him. And he's so smart not to get the pucks in the lane. He finds a lane, keeps his feet moving, and really someone gets left open. And Cormier is the guy that all teams try to key in on and have a hard time doing it.
His game timing is in sync. You can start to see it ripped off the right wing glass, the start and the stop. It's tough on everybody this season. You got to play the game to feel that.
Well, before he left for the World Juniors, that was the best we've seen him play.
Yeah.
I mean, he was at a different level.
Tonight he's all over the play. Cape Breton, 2 snipe shots, both terrific goals on Saturday night.
And I mean, his level's a certain different standard than everybody else. An elite player to get to that level and play at that level. Not many can do it.
There's going to be Haggerty of Bantlow. Rose fires his shot. That one, tight angle shot by Baker, who's in tight in the play, as it'll be squirting loose and eventually on this power play. For Cape Breton, Gay is going to scoop it all the way back down again. This is going to be Cape Breton's third power play of the game. They had 2 in the first. Right back in again, striding. Trenholm, his stick is knocked away.
Good play.
As it's sent back outside of the Cape Breton blue line. Jacob Squires tried to lift it in. Cedric DeRusso with 2 in the game.
Kidney was filled in with a heavy body check from Braden Virtue. And Kidney, he's not one of those guys that doesn't pop right back up. So you see in along the wall here, Virtue just kind of fills him in, and the ribs come right up against the dasher board. And Liam Kidney's.
Clean hit by Braden Virtue.
Hit.
Just a hockey hit. And he caught possibly Kidney off balance a touch, but again, it's a clean hockey hit. And hopefully he's back to the bench area and will be okay here. He's staying on the bench, so...
The thing is, staying on the bench, so is Kevin Elliott, as their trainer's in with Buteau. So Elliott double duty, playing on both teams here tonight, and that's what trainers do. They're here to serve the kids first and foremost. And Kidney, The thing is, if one of Kidney's teammates get hit like that, who's the first guy that's in? Liam Kidney.
Yes, yep.
He's their equivalent to Zach Beauregard, but about 5 inches taller and 50 pounds heavier.
Nice player.
Yeah, I love his compete level.
Cape Breton down that right wing. Snapped in by Jacob Squires. In stick side of the Isles goaltender, Colton Ellis, ends up exiting all the way back down to our right again. So Cape Breton 0 for 3 with the power play. 5th best power play of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Not capitalizing yet in tonight's game. Kelly Murphy plays it cross corner feed, right corner deep inside the Islanders zone. Both teams battle on the wall. It's off a skate, and Isles being led by Bailey Peach the other way. Tight angle shot off the legging of the goaltender, Grimard. Rebound ends up going loose to the blocker's side. Peach flushes it free for Cormier. Drops the shoulder wide right side for Lowen. Low release, angled off in front, set play. Isles have the guy driving between the two red rings, and that blue line shot, they're looking for a carom.
You're going to the net, and you got Cormier and Lowen on the back end. You better have your stick on the ice.
Absolutely. As it's outside of the Cape Breton line, controlled by Cormier. He's going to relay it right back in again. 8:20 left in this second period. Isles have added 1 to their 3-0 lead here in the middle frame. Cormier dances with it, nudges it back for a backpedaling William Trudeau. Stretch pass through center ice, incomplete. Icing the call, 8:09 left in this second period. Again, the Islanders up by 3, out shooting Cape Breton 22-9. Back on the other side in just a moment. You're watching, listening to Farrell Ford, Charlottetown Islanders Hockey on ISLESradio.com.
The second location to meet all your cake needs. Buns and things, buy local because it's better. Keep your eyes on the screen. Let's see you shake it.
Games this midweek, March break week here on PEI. Number of youngsters in the arena tonight enjoying this game as they cheer on their Charlottetown Islanders in part to a 3-0 lead. There's Welsh in back. Casey is going to park it back through center ice. Boyd tries to muscle for it. It'll be sent back the other way. In is McDonald. He's going to drop it back as and hand it back to him. Frazier parked off in front. Can't get the tape on it. Striding very quickly. It's going to be Sam Oliver. Tries to bust in. It's ripped away. Ends up loose on McDonald's stick. He retools in back, and the net plays it to the open right wing. And Welsh is going to take possession for LaRose, who's going to drift it back inside the Islanders zone. Plendowski or Trudeau. He's along the wall, left side through center ice, red line. He's going to drift it in from there off that right wing corner. Squires ridden off the puck. There's Sam Oliver. He's got it tied up off that blocker's side of Grimard. As, again, both teams looking to give it a tug free. Here's LaRose, works it from the scrum, and then double backs in behind his goaltender. LaRose fans. There's Oliver, fires, scores. Jeez. Oh, my. That's what I would make as a play. Nathan LaRose. What a time for the stick to break. But I was just about to talk about Sam Oliver and what your thoughts are on his rookie season.
Wow, that was an extended shift, but he had a nice burst leading into this. You see LaRose Stick handle at 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10. Boom. Goodbye. Oliver doesn't have much room to tuck that in and puts it short side. We talk about his shot. 16-year-old kid. He knows what to do with the puck in the slot. And he had a lot of room.
That's his 6th of the season, unassisted. He'd be as surprised as anybody on the ice to see the puck in a stick. Yeah. Jeez. LaRose, as you said, he dangled about 8 times, and then he just feathers it away by, obviously, accident. And Grimard, who's played well here tonight, 5-hole has been available a couple of times. But Cedric DeRusso's power play goal was terrific.
4th goal. He's 6th on the season.
And we've
scored
got,
by number
Oliver with
17,
unassisted.
Sam Oliver. Unassisted. Time of the goal, 13-12.
So 13-12. Charlottetown up by the score of 4-0. So, again, back the other way. DeRusso in off the left wing. Snaps it. Fires it. That one is going to be off the target to the right point. Lowen. And it's Cape Breton trying to take possession. This one is eventually airmailed. Stairs tries to work it in back of Lowen. We've got Patrick LeBlanc. Ice-wide fade for Cedric DeRusso again. He steps in and fires. DeRusso's looking for the hat trick tonight.
I'd love to know how much ice time Nathan Rose has got averaging per game here in Cape Breton.
Well, the other night, every time we did the game in studio here from Charlottetown, it seemed he was on the ice every time I mentioned about a Cape Breton defender having the puck. LaRose. Again is going to back it up inside his own zone. To the open left wing. Baker doesn't get to it. Inside the Charlottetown blue line. And in back is going to be Lucas Cormier. The play is blowing down. And we've got 4:48 left, so we'll step out on the other side. We'll be back. Isles lead 4-0. Again, 4:48 left in the second period. You're watching, listening to Fair Isle Forward, Charlottetown Islanders Hockey, and IslesRadio.com.
Dublin Pub named that tune trivia. Log in, take your guess, and you could be winning a gift card from the Old Dublin Pub. Take a listen to tonight's Name That Tune song.
But you walked past me like I wasn't there, and just pretended like you didn't care. I don't know why I run away. I'll make you cry when I run away. Take me back, 'cause I wanna stay. Save your tears for another. Save your tears for another day.
Let's lock it in right there, and we'll see who our winner is, picking up a $20 gift card to the Old Dublin Pub. If you guess Save Your Tears by the weekend, it could be you. Don't forget, the Old Dublin Pub is home to live entertainment Friday and Saturdays from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And just might be something going on for St. Paddy's Day tomorrow at the Old Dublin Pub.
Back here at the Eastlink Center in Charlottetown, it is a 4-0 Islanders lead. Under 5, 4:42 left. George Matthews, Corey Arsenault with you. We'll be right back at it here again tomorrow night with these same two teams. As this different 2021 Quebec Major Junior Hockey League season, the trail continues on. We've got Nova Scotia PEI section, a New Brunswick now section up and running. A Quebec division that was not in play this past week. It's all part of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League trying to get the season going. Onside, right back in again. Stepping in, firing a shot is Casey. Up, rebound! There's a shot on that stick side, but the initial save made by Grimard, high to the blocker's side. Again, another nice save made by Grimard. Back the other way. Cummings steps in. Save made. One-on-one. And staring him down is going to be, again, A great stop made by Colton Ellis, one-on-one. It'll be played in. Cape Breton tries to wind the play back. Here's Baker in down that right wing, 35 feet, short side. Gives it a quick rip into the catching glove of Colton Ellis, who will shut it down with 3:28 left.
Oh, big save there by Colton Ellis. He hasn't been tested too often, only 11 his way, but Lucas Canning, a bouncing puck gets through Felix Tremblay, and Canning's got a great shot. Lets it go, tries to go low on the blocker side, but Ellis just up square. There's just not much to shoot at and makes it look fairly easy.
Makes it like a regular save.
Good to see Buteau back on.
And then he got run over here again by Ben Boyd, a couple of youngsters. So Boyd is going to the penalty box, it looks like.
For roughing. Finishes check.
Baker's in, giving him the update. So we've got the second power play of the period, fourth of the game for the Eagles, trying to cut this lead.
He didn't raise his hands, just finished his check. But that's roughing now. He hit somebody hard. It's basically a penalty.
And that's about,
it's consistent, put it that way.
If the player looks like he got the worst end of it by a significant amount, there's a possibility of a roughing call being made. Here comes LaRose. Rink wide. There's a shot. That one knocked down by Lau and Beauregard out, along with Gallant and Lucas Corbier to defend this 4-0 lead. Back for Baker. Baker, LaRose. Nice tandem. LaRose doesn't let it go into the slot. That's when the built-up traffic jam off in front. LaRose again takes a whack at it. Beauregard, who's got a shorthanded goal of the shorthanded goal of the evening, his second of the season. First goal of the game. He's out there again trying to hound the puck down to regain possession. This one is going to be yanked free and sent all the way back down as we've got Grimard to our right. He'll set the table off the trapezoid in back, LaRose. Shuffles the shoulders. Backdoors it for Stairs, who receives a relay pass off the left wing and in. Into a crowd, it's back to Baker. He'll send it outside of his own line. LaRose tries to get to it. LaRose with 7 power play goals on the season is the tee-up guy for Cape Breton here. Through center ice, Haggerty-Aubin. He's going to lift it right back in again. Ellis sets it up, and it'll be Virtue who's going to try to polish it all the way down that right wing and does so. As Cape Breton will look to bring it back. Up the straightaway, LaRose is going to hack it in again. There's Kidney in back. Trying to drive the play is Trenholm. 4 seconds left. Canning tries to get to it. He's pushed off the puck. And it's going to be loose at the Islanders' line. LaRose takes a look. Stretch pass for Canning, who's muscled off the puck. 1 minute left in the second period. Isles with 2 in the opening period, 2 in the second. They lead 4-0 here. LeBlanc tries to take a turnaround backhand whiff at it and misses. And we've got the play being whistled down as Grimard will hold on. And he'll get in front of his 22nd shot. He's been beaten on 4 others. Isles with 26 shots on goal, out shooting the Eagles 26-12 here. To the stick side of Grimard. It's pushed off in front. Here's Bateau. He's been involved in a couple of physical hits tonight. Hands on the clear in. Doug Frey. Here's Casey 2-on-1. Casey coming late. Casey fires. Save made coming across. And this one is going to be stopped. Spread eagling. Nice save made by Grimard as he comes across. Block on the glove side. as the Isles thought they had their 5th of the game.
I'll tell you what, William Grimard, he's been beaten 4 times on 27, but he has about 3 or 4 highlight here tonight. As look at the stretch there. Grimard uses every bit of that 6'3" limb to get a piece of it as Budgel and Casey with the give and go. And Casey got all of that one. And Grimard with a terrific save to keep it at 4-0.
Trombley inside his own zone. Off the left wing boards, back inside the Cape Breton blue line. Period will wind down with the Islanders, again with 2 in the period. And they've added to their lead after the opening period by 2 and lead 4-0 after 40. Out shooting Cape Breton. Now let's see, Boyd and Baker's been
talking to everybody.
He's been talking to everybody.
He's an active player.
He's telling everybody he's back.
He's back.
Now he's pointing, let's see, to Elliott. Continues to discuss the events of the evening with 4 more periods coming our way between tonight and tomorrow night. Between
and
these
Sunday
two teams.
for the dessert.
And Sunday again. So, again, the animosity building up between teams as they play one another very closely at this point of the schedule. And I'm thinking that if and when the New Brunswick teams can play the teams from Nova Scotia and PEI, that we'll see not an awful lot of Cape Breton and Halifax. It'll be the New Brunswick teams most of the rest of the way. But until that time, these 2 rivalries will continue on here. But a strong effort by the Islanders in the second period, Corey. They add to their total. They lead 4-0. And we've got guesting with us here just momentarily, Cedric DeRusso, who has been a game-breaking player for the Islanders this season.
All right, welcome back to our Forever Healthy Player of the Period. Guesting with us is a leading point getter in the queue, Cedric DeRousseau. Cedric, 2 again here tonight. You're 35th of the year on the power play, a terrific looking power play. Take us through it.
Yeah, the guys did an amazing job moving on top, and it was kind of easy just putting the puck in the net, and yeah, it feels good to score.
For your team right now, talk about in this league. In Cape Breton first on Saturday, down and battle back, and then a huge victory on Sunday afternoon, down 4-0. What was the emotion on the bench, especially in that game in Halifax when you're down 4-0? What was the message?
Yeah, I think we showed some character. All the leaders stayed calm, and we know we're in that game, and we just showed everyone that we can compete and bounce back even if we're losing by 3 or 4 goals.
You talk about leader and character. What's it do to the bench when you see a guy like Noah Lowen? I mean, he does it every game. Thomas Casey did it on the weekend as well. When you're up, laying down and blocking big shots.
No, it's awesome to see that everyone is buying in and doing their job. It's an awesome team effort.
Well, Cedric, you've been fun to watch. Congratulations on your 35th, and best of luck rest of the way.
Thank you.
Cedric DeRousseau, Forever Healthy Player of the Period.
Located at 19 McAleer Drive in Charlottetown.
Up to $3,000 off all in-stock SUVs.
That would be $9,000 off Outlanders.
Plus March's monthly incentives.
Over 60 essential healthcare workers have taken advantage of this program.
Come in for the 10-year warranty.
Fall in love with the Mitsubishi.
And buy from a family business that treats you like family.
You deserve this. Charlottetown Mitsubishi on the corner of Sherwood and Mount Edward Road. Drive your ambition.
Hi, it's Genevieve Roach from Charlottetown Mitsubishi.
We're here too.
Outlander out-the-door pricing continues for the month of March.
0% for 84 months or $6,000 off this amazing 7-seater.
Payments as low as $91 a week, all in.
Outlander won Kelly Blue Books Award for the lowest cost of ownership.
10-year warranty.
Come to the dealership that is family and treats you just like family.
Charlottetown Mitsubishi on the corner of Sherwood and Mount Edward Road. Drive your ambition.
Game all the way home. Download the latest apps and share and share and share your photos. Get a mobile plan that puts data first, starting at only $40 a month. That's the Eastlink Edge.
Get our best mobile deal. Plus, save up to $15 a month on your home services when you bundle. Save money every single month and get the deal that never ends. That's the Eastlink Edge. Only Eastlink has TV channel exchange. Say bye to channels you don't watch and hi to ones you want. That's the Eastlink Edge.
Introducing the new Eastlink TV experience. Now with TiVo, get voice command,
Watch Jesse.
personalized recos, and all the content you love in one place. Spend less time searching and more time watching. That's the Eastlink Edge.
All right, welcome back to our second intermission as we take a look at the second period scoring summary. The Islanders led 2-0 after 20 minutes of play. In the second, the Islanders get their opportunity on the power play, and the best power play in the league looks like it on this opportunity. Cedric Desrousseaux, after Lucas Cormier and Noah Lowen buzzing inside the blue line, find Desrousseaux. He makes no mistake. A shot on the blocker side, posting in to give the Islanders a 3-0 lead.
Holds on, shallow left circle, top of the left circle for Cedric Desrousseaux. Right high into the slot, Lowen, one-time shot, scores! My, oh my, this one lights the lamp. Cedric Desrousseaux gets the goaltender Gravard going from blocker to glove side. And against the gray.
Cedric Desrousseaux, just a treat to watch. Everything he fires is bar down, posting in, and right there, his 35th of the year to give the Islanders a 3-0 lead. Then it's Sam Oliver, the 16-year-old rookie. An unfortunate break for Nathan LaRose, and Oliver finds himself all alone in front, makes no mistake on the short side. His 6th to give the Islanders a 4-0 lead.
And then double backs in behind his goaltender. LaRose fans, there's Oliver, fires, scores! Jeez. Oh, my. That's what I would make as a play. Nathan LaRose, what a time for the stick to break.
Sam Oliver knows what to do with the puck. In tight, goes short side inside the glove and post to give the Islanders a 4-0 lead. That goal comes unassisted. Both goaltenders big saves in the second period. Colton Ellis hasn't been tested often, but he's made a couple of good ones. This one here off Lucas Canning on a breakaway to keep the goose egg on the board.
But the initial save made by Grimard, high to the blocker's side. Again, another nice save made by Grimard. Back the other way. Cummings steps in. Save made. One-on-one. And staring him down is going to be, again,
Colton Ellis with the save. One of his 12 here through 40 minutes of play as the blimp says hello, flying past the broadcast booth here at the Eastlink Center. Got candies rolling in here, too. It's like a parade in Charlottetown. William Grimard, he got lit up for 11 goals his last start. He's made 3 or 4 great saves here tonight. Another big one off Thomas Casey on a 3-on-2.
Hits tonight. Hands on the clear in. Doug Frey. Here's Casey 2-on-1. Casey coming late. Casey fires. Save made coming across. And this one is going to be stopped. Spread eagling. Nice save made by Gramard.
Islanders outshoot the Eagles 11-8 in period number 2. Carry a 4-0 lead into period number 3, looking for their 25th win of the season. We'll be back with the call for period number 3. You're listening to ISLESradio.com.
This island, it's a place of new discoveries that's been waiting here for you. In every breath of wind and grain of sand, one island voice speaks through. This is a land of adventures, big and small, and quiet moments to wonder at the beauty of it all. This place, this island, it's for you and for me. This place, this island, it's where your spirit can be free. Come find your island, Prince Edward Island.
IQ Trivia brought to you by the Charlottetown Mall again. Take it the CHL app, click on Live Interactive, and get ready to play along. 3 questions away from winning some Islanders swag with Isles IQ Trivia coming up shortly. Okay, let's start things off with question number 1 with Isles IQ Trivia brought to you by the Charlottetown Mall. What percentage of all current NHL players are Canadian? Is it just over 25%, just over 43%, or is it 66.3%? It would be 43.1%. Question 2, who was the youngest player to be named team captain of an NHL team? Was it Vincent Lecavalier, Connor McDavid, or Sidney Crosby? Connor McDavid, the answer. And last question, which NHL team did Wayne Gretzky coach after retiring as a player? Was it the Coyotes, the Oilers, or the Blues? Phoenix Coyotes, the answer. Somebody's going to be winning some Islanders swag. You'll be contacted by email if it happens to be you. If you want to play along with Isles IQ Trivia and all the interactive games during your Islanders games, make sure to download the CHL app and play along tomorrow night here at the ISLES Center.
period proudly presented by Domino's.
Welcome back to the Eastlink Center in Charlottetown. George Matthews, Corey Arsenault with you. The third period about to come our way with the Islanders getting 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and they lead 4-0 over the Cape Breton Eagles. Shots on goal 27-12 in favor of Charlottetown. And leading after 2 this season, the Islanders are 17-0. When trailing after 2, the Eagles are 5-13. The Islanders find themselves in new territory over the as compared to what they went through last weekend, where they were scored on first and had to fight back all the way in both games against Cape Breton and Halifax to win it. Tonight, that's not the case, Corey.
No, I mean, the Islanders have come out with some energy here, and for the Eagles, traveling on game day is not an easy task. And for the Eagles, they had a couple opportunities in the power play in the first period, shorthanded goal early, but the Islanders, just up and down, have just played a real solid game. And Grimard has been great. Grimard, you're looking at 7-0. Yeah, 6-7-0.
Yeah, there could be 3 more on the board without question. As the Isles are leading 4-0 right now. Grimard again shuts the play down as he'll soft body it and hold on. Crowd enjoying it, the ones that we talked to here in between periods. Glad to get out, as we said, and everybody thinking that Charlottetown, from what they're seeing live, some for the first time, they've got a good hockey club, and yes, they do. How good? Really, only time will tell.
That tweet rolled in. Darren Callahan. We haven't heard from Darren Callahan in a while on Twitter. He was asking
in front, and this one is going to be close. As a bit of a gift-wrapped opportunity there, the Isles gave to Cape Breton. DeRusso and Budgel. There's Stairs. He'll do a little dapper dangle with it, and back we go the other way off that left side. Tries to slither in between the Islanders' defense. Joining the play, there's going to be an attempt by the Cape Breton Eagles as the play is being blown down, but we have Trenholm trying to get that shot released, but the play is blown down. But continuing with your thought there.
Yeah, Darren Callahan sent a tweet in, and we don't talk about the Twitter line too much. It used to be our go-to filler, and maybe we should get back on that when you're playing the same team every second night. But Darren Callahan, basically between the 16 and 17 squad and the 20 and 21 squad, how would these two teams kind of compare?
And that's that would be a question that would be asked as far as under the time frame here of Jim Holton. That 16-17 team was prolific scoring-wise as well, when you've got guys like Shalapik and Sprong and a number of players that eventually made their way to pro hockey, and we're seeing some of those guys spring ahead this year and see their first NHL action. This blue line is deep this year. Only time will tell. It's tough to evaluate when you don't get a chance to see all the teams in the league.
Yeah, and that's the big thing here right now. But you know what? A couple people were asking me. To me, like Halifax and Cape Breton, they're not that bad teams. Really, they aren't. They're young. They don't have a whole lot of depth, but they're not like some of those teams that we've seen back in years past where you'd only have, single digits or, they're 20-plus win teams for me. But, this Islanders team certainly is built to be strong, and Jim knows you got to have 3 solid 20-year-olds, and it starts in goal, really, and then works its way out the back end. This team compared to 16-17, that team is probably one of the most talented, skill-wise teams this island has ever seen. But Colton Ellis, Colton Ellis into that team, you're talking about playing Bathurst, or you're playing for the finals.
And Bathurst during that season, it was a year that, in fact, Charlottetown had Bathurst numbered for 2 or 3 years. And that was that Bathurst would win the Memorial Cup. And Charlottetown again would have a winning record against the Memorial Cup winner that campaign. But if you gave them a guy like with the experience of a Colton Ellis at that time, it would have been a great contest, of course, before the Islanders losing to Blainville. But it's only time will tell. But thanks for the question. It just, I don't think you can evaluate it without. They had a terrific team on the island in 16 and 17. They've got a great team here right now. It could be terrific. You'll have to wait and see how they match up with the St. John Sea Dogs, who look to be perhaps the best team out of New Brunswick. It could be a Charlottetown-St. John final in the Maritimes, and then you got to go up against the Quebec teams. And there's been some great teams there with Val d'Or looking like they've got a good club, but who knows? We'll have to, until we face off against the winner of the Quebec League, St. John and Charlottetown won't know how strong they are.
Well, you got to get the city workers back going here. There's been a nice problem here for about 2 minutes, and they're just getting the. Here comes. Oh, that's the cleaner. They're not in too big of a hurry to get out there and fix her up. Put it that way.
Eastlink Center in Charlottetown, the home of the Charlottetown Islanders. See, they're building a new arena here in Charlottetown, the Simmons Arena, with pool and around somewhere projected around $15 million, which will be a nice asset for the city. Of course, the talk has been along the lines of building a new entertainment building here in Charlottetown as well, for concerts and events and sports as well.
I don't know what's going on here. I mean, there hasn't been anybody from the staff come out and take a look at what's going on the ice surface. You can see it right by the puck. There's kind of a black mark there and a chunk taken out. I don't understand why it's a dark color. To me, that's not a positive by any means.
No. And, obviously skating through it and over it would be of concern. Or do they just play 4 periods tomorrow night?
Wow.
I'm just kidding. But we have seen some games halted here. There's nothing.
I just don't understand why the ice maker's not on the ice actually taking a look. Maybe he's not allowed COVID regulations. I don't know. That could be the other thing, other side of the coin.
We've had some times, Corey, where we're in Cape Breton, where
remember they drilled too deep,
and they had to cancel a playoff game and play it the next night. That was a few years ago. Had a blue line or a problem with some signage here where the
yes.
under ice.
That was a classic.
Yeah,
moment.
It was ripped up, and you and I were looking and saying, "Geez, how is this going to shake down?" Because that's a lot of ice that has to be deepened up pretty quick. That obviously didn't happen. Right here now, Craig Foster is marching around. I can see that over on that far side. He's trying to rectify the problem. Still nothing going on here. Now, under a normal broadcast format, we would have broken now for at least 4 minutes of commercials, but we really don't have that here.
It blows my mind that nobody from the rink staff is out there and taking a look at it. I just don't understand. They gave them a snowball to pack it and then back to the cribbage game.
Oh, my. Anyway, nobody's here to.
Like, yes, they used to bring the old fire extinguisher out and plug her up, and away we go. Back in the 80s, like, is that technology not they used to do it in the
It's not modern enough anymore. So, let's see if we can get an answer here. Now, these two teams play again tomorrow night. So.
Oh, here we go. Here he comes through. You can see two skates come together. And Plandowski goes down, and the ice comes flying up.
The head's shaking here. It doesn't look necessarily good right now, but we'll.
The report's coming in the gym. Not much I can do.
But old school, like, I mean, you would see the ice pack,
Yeah,
you'd
like-
see the blower, the old blowtorch on it and melt it and
Way to
redo
go.
that over 5 or 10 minutes and away you go again. But
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a head scratcher.
yeah. Well, you know what, Corey? I think we can only say so much here. So I think what we're going to do is just we're going to take a break on the audio side. Stay with us on the video side right now, but let's see if we can take a break. We possibly can take a commercial break at this particular point. We'll add one on here if that's all possible, if our producer can. Yeah, if you guys can roll something until we get this straightened around, because it doesn't look like we're making much headway here right
Make it
now.
any more painful than it already is.
Yeah, right. We love having our listeners with us, but you know what?
We're losing them now.
We're losing them right now. So we're going to take a time out ourselves here and catch a breath here and save the voice. So we'll be back with you when we have an answer here. Hopefully that'll be sooner than later.
Game all the way home. Download the latest apps and share and share and share your photos. Get a mobile plan that puts data first, starting at only $40 a month. That's the Eastlink Edge.
Get our best mobile deal. Plus, save up to $15 a month on your home services when you bundle. Save money every single month and get the deal that never ends. That's the Eastlink Edge.
Introducing the new Eastlink TV experience. Now with TiVo, get voice command,
Watch Jesse.
personalized recos, and all the content you love in one place. Spend less time searching and more time watching. That's the Eastlink Edge. Say hello to Eastlink's new TV experience. With TiVo, it's easy to find what to watch. Just say movies from last year, show me on demand, or launch YouTube. Spend less time searching and more time watching. That's the Eastlink Edge.
Adventures big and small, and quiet moments to wonder at the beauty of it all. This place, this island, it's for you and for me. This place, this island, it's where your spirit can be free. Come find your island, Prince Edward Island.
as well as on social media platforms. But due to player safety, they are going to stop the game for the time being, and you will be contacted. We will be posting what will be happening over the next few hours. We'd ask you to please remain in your seats, though, as we exit the Eastlink Center in our usual fashion with your entry time on your tickets. Once again, thank you for your patience as we conclude tonight's game momentarily.
All right, so as you see the players leaving the ice surface here at the Eastlink Center, obviously the chip in the ice is a little over the head right now. It's for a repair job, so because the ice being chipped, it's deemed unsafe to play, and that's the right call. If they can't fix it, you can't play. So with 18:53 to go in this third period, it's a 4-0 lead. Oscar Plandowski basically had a week worth of self-isolating in the penalty box before they let him out. Join his team here. 28-14 shots on goal. The Eagles were going to the power play. These two teams play again tomorrow night, so do they tack on the extra 18:53 to finish it out? Probably seems logical. Would it start maybe a little bit earlier? Who knows? Craig Foster will have that all sorted out. There's no doubt about that. But stay tuned to social media. Social media doesn't lie, and you'll find out what the movement here is moving forward as the Islanders looking for their 25th win. It won't come tonight, but it may come tomorrow, and we'll bring you the game. Tomorrow night is the game officially postponed due to ice maintenance. For Scotty McLean and his Universal Media staff, George Matthews alongside myself, Corey Arstow, bidding you a good evening. You've been listening, watching Charlottetown Islanders Farrell Ford Hockey live on ISLESradio.com. Good night. Bonsoir.